This video covers the mods that I've done to my Phoenix 2000 to optimize it for slope soaring. It's designed to be an electric motor thermal glider, but I think it's great as a slope soarer. To compensate for the lack of motor, I had to add a little bit of lead weight on the nose and also a soft foam impact absorbing nose cone. I also converted the wing to a rubber band tie down style because the bolts through foam were no good for slope soaring. That shows the tie downs inside. All I've done is drilled a hole either side in the fuselage and slipped a 5mm carbon tube in there. I've glued and taped the wing together permanently and added some protection for where the rubber bands go over. Now I'll take the wing off and show you inside. And that's the 4 servo wires coming out of the wing feeding into the fuselage, and this is where the rudder and elevator servos mount, and the 2 holes for those servos are different sizes. I guess they assume you're going to use a bigger servo for the elevator, so I had to add that little block of ply in there so that I could screw the elevator servo down. The tie down rods are just held in by hot glue. The fuselage is strong enough, doesn't need any reinforcement there. This is the thinner area of the wing towards the trailing edge that was being torn up when I just had the wing bolted on. I've had to repair that and reinforce it. It's quite a delicate area. That's why I'm using the tie down method. This is the flap control horn which was tearing through, so I needed to spread the load there. A little bit of ID card plastic and epoxy. This is the aileron control rod which is starting to pull through, so I'll need to do the same thing there to spread the load. I've covered the leading edge and most of the wing with 60 micron heavy duty packing tape for a bit of protection. And the same with the tail as well. I've covered all of that with the same heavy duty packing tape, as well as tape reinforced the elevator hinge. And the tail joint I've reinforced with strong Scotch tape, just using the stock mounting bolts. That lower rudder hinge needs improvement. I just have a tape hinge there, but I need a sturdier hinge there. This is the underneath of the wing. Just shows the layout of the servos, Metal Gear servos all round. And here's the flap hinge which tore after a few hard landings, so I've reinforced that with hot glue, but I don't think that's a good idea. It stiffens it up too much. For battery I use a 1500 mAh LIFE or a 1300 LiPo, either one, they're about the same weight. 5 amp UBEC for the 6 servos, 8 channel receiver. I've nibbled out what was the battery tray there so that I can fit the life battery in there, and there's a bit of foam up in the nose there to protect the battery in a hard landing. And that's it really for recommended mixes and throws. Go and have a look at Speedster Den's videos on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description.